Merseyside Derby. I was pissed, dude. I was pissed. Of course, like, we lost.
I love me a Monday game, man. I really do. I love me a Monday game.
Been on the move like the lease is up, and I can't even name one person that's keeping up. Fuck how it was in the past tense. Ask yourself, how do we match up now? Cause I'm only 27 and I'm only getting better. If I haven't passed you yet, watch me catch up now, for real.
go. That is a dream goal.
They found it. They finally found the goal they were looking for.
What a finish that is. Do not scratch your eyes. This is really happening.
Hello and welcome to Game in Frame. I'm your commentator Ben Semirani, and we've got a big matchup today in the APSL. That's the American Premier Soccer League Metropolitan Conference. Today's matchup is New York International against Leros SC. Two teams coming in with two very different stories. New York International currently finding themselves 9th out of 12 teams, sitting with 18 points right now. They've only got one win so far in the spring portion of the season, and only 2 wins since starting the season very well with 3 in a row. Since then, only 2 wins. They've got 3 games left to secure safety. They're currently 5 points off the potential relegation spots. Schneider currently in 11th place with 13 points. So with 3 games left, safety should be guaranteed, but they'll definitely be a little wary about the teams behind them potentially catching up. Leros SC coming into this game firmly mid-table. Safety has been secured for a long time. Sitting on 27 points, they are a long way away from the relegation zone and a long way away from the teams at the top. So just a firmly mid-table team. Season basically wrapped up, so I'll be curious to see where they will find their motivation from today. So New York International definitely coming into the game with more to play for. Leros SC won the reverse fixture 2-1 back in September. So we'll see how this game pans out. Just preparing for the kickoff. Referee preparing both teams for the kickoff. We've got New York International in the black and gold, Leros in the light blue and white stripes, and we're off. New York International on the ball. Again, they're definitely coming into this game as the team with a lot more to play for. That's going to go out for a Leros throw-in, to be taken by the right back. That's number 13, Nicholas Thanhofer. Through ball coming in, but cut out there by the New York International defenders. And here they are building out through the midfield, playing it out wide. Coming inside, who can he find? Long ball to the left back, that's Alejandro Saul, the number 32. Throw goes out. Ball goes out of play for a New York International throw-in. Ball comes infield, finding Vermeulen. Here's Kutner. Ball roll. Very crucial interception there by Leros. Slips on the ball, but maintains possession, and now they can play out the back. That's the number 14, Joel Cunningham. Long ball coming forward, looking for Juan Antonio Gomez, the number 6. Here are International on the ball right now. That's the number 28, Eric Anderson, in the back. Looking for Kutner down the right wing. Intercepted by Cunningham. Chops back inside, back to the goalkeeper. Here's Cunningham back on the ball, plays it out wide, and Leros will try and build something down the left wing. Long ball lofted forward, header flicked on, but intercepted by Aaron Ford, the number 6. And here they come with Adi Jokun, the number 9. Cross comes in from the right wing, intercepted. Referee says no handball. There was a huge cry, a lot of hands up in the air, but referee says nothing doing there. Ball goes out of play for a goal kick. This is Lucas Georgiou in goal for Leros FC. Ball played out wide, a lot of tussling there, a bit of a wrestling match going on. Referee blows his whistle. It's going to be a foul for Leros. Ball back in play very quickly. That was the number 19, Johannes Alexander, on the ball, just looking to dictate play in the heart of the midfield. Ball goes out of play for a New York International throw-in. Long throw comes in. Here's Kutner trying to gain control, but collected there by the number 13, that's Thanhofer. Calm play there by the number 10, that's Stephen Turnbull. Ball played around the back. Long ball lofted forward. Good interception there. A lot of players going for it. Ball still bouncing around in the air. Nobody really able to gain control. Ball stays in play. Here's Testori on the ball, number 17. Driving forwards. Is there going to be a shot at the end of it? Plays it out wide. Shot comes in. Great save there. Very early test of the goalkeeper's hands. That was Junior Rosero, the number 11, with a stinging shot, just testing Philpott in goal. And a good sign early on of what Leros SC have to offer when they go forward. Here's Julian Jakupovic taking the in-swinging corner. See if any of their defenders can get a header on this. Ball gets whipped in. Cleared there, but unconvincingly flicked on by Adi Jokun. Shot comes in, goes high and wide. Leros SC players asking for a deflection, but referee points for a goal kick. It looks like we've lost the ball in the process. Backup ball is now in play. Here is New York International back on the ball. Long ball sent forward, looking for Adi Jokun and the forward run from Vermeulen. But goalkeeper back on the ball. And here's Thanhofer. Looking for Testori, but cut out by International. It's going to be a Leros throw-in. Thanhofer back on the ball. Looking for Rosero. Flicked infield. Was getting closed down, but good composure there. Good crossfield ball there from Alexander. And what can Leros build now? Referee blows his whistle for a handball. It's going to be a Leros free kick. And a good early sign to show what they can do from a set piece situation.
I can't help you with that.
A few different players for Leros standing over the ball, deciding on what the right tactic is going to be. Is it going to be a lofted ball or maybe whipped in? We've got Jakupovic, number 2, standing over this. It's a very windy day, so they're trying to keep control of the ball. I'm trying to keep control of my commentating pages as a big gust of wind comes in, and it is going to be Jakupovic with the in-swinging free kick. Ball comes in. Is there going to be a header on this? Goes all the way across and out of play for a goal kick. Once again, the Leros players claiming there was a deflection, but the referee says no dice. It's going to be Philpott on the ball now, taking the goal kick. Here come International, building out from the back. Long ball looking for Vermeulen. Clearance there, but Leros instantly back on the ball. Here's Testori down the right wing. What can he do? Trying to beat his man, but final touch did in fact come off Testori, and it's going to be a New York International throw-in to be taken by Saul, the number 32. Long throw comes in, looking for Kutner, won by Thanhofer. Brought down by Turnbull. Out of play for a Leros throw-in. Turnbull leaving the throw for Thanhofer. Looking for Rosero. Cross comes in, but good, calm defending there. But here's Turnbull back on the ball. He's got an option out wide. Back for Jakupovic. Flicked on by Gomez, but the linesman raised his flag. Keeper did collect it, but even if it had gone in, it wouldn't have counted. Linesman raised his flag for the offside decision. Goalkeeper takes the short goal kick. And here is Ford coming forward now. Good composure there. And here is Adijokun. Defender was getting closed down, but maintains possession. Here is Afif now coming down the left wing. He's a player with a lot of tricks in his locker. Cuts inside, lays it back for Anderson, but here is Ford lofting the ball in. Clearance there by Alexander. And here come Leros now, trying to spring the attack, looking for Rosero down the right wing, but cut out there by Champinoel. Here's Adijokun, looking for Vermeulen. What can he do? Comes infield, maybe looking for Afif, but here's Alexander now on the ball. Played out wide for Tostero. Slows things down. He's got options, lays it back for Thanhofer. There's Gomez, infield for Alexander. Now here is Cunningham on the ball to Jakupovic. Out wide for Thanhofer. Comes infield, but collected there by Ford. Finds Kutner, heavy touch though, collected by Gomez. Finds Rosero, and who can he find? Looking for the clipped through ball for Tostero. Calm defending there by Champinoel. Finds Adijokun on the right wing, and what can he do? He's got a lot of pace. Here he comes bursting down the right wing. Definitely utilising his pace. Is there going to be a cross at the end of this? Infield for Vermeulen. Can he get the shot away? Comes back. Here's Anderson on the ball. Out wide for Afif. Heavy touch, but Saul collects. Cross comes in. Is there going to be a header? Headed out by Jakupovic. Flicked on by Anderson. Here's Thanhofer. Thanhofer back on the ball. A good give and go there. And here he comes charging forwards. Through ball for Rosero. Can he get on the end of it? Yes, he can. Chipped ball comes in. I'm not sure if that was a shot or a cross, but drifts over the crossbar, out for a goal kick. Here's Anderson on the ball. Out wide for Ford. Here is Taneda, the right back. Referee blows his whistle. Ford was getting closed down there. Here is Champion Noel with the free kick. Ford across for Abaza. Now who can he find? Here's Vermeulen. Looking for Adijokin, clearance by Jakupovic. Long ball lofted all the way forwards, but Ford will collect calmly. And he'll look for options now. Abaza lays it back for Anderson. Lofted forwards by Ford, Adijokin collecting. Can't quite gain control of that. Clearance by Cunningham, but Alexander can't control. Vermeulen on the ball now, who can he find? Afif down the left wing. Promising attack here for International. Step over, comes inside. What can he provide? Is that going to go out for a goal kick? Yes, it is. Linesman raises his flag. Afif couldn't quite maintain control. And it's going to be Giorgio taking the quick goal kick. Cunningham on the ball now. It's an excellent switch of play now for Thanhofer, but very good defensive play by Afif. Cleanly won the ball. Infield for Vermeulen. Lovely give and go there. Afif comes back. He's got options. Finds Kutner. Smart play there. Kutner back on the ball. Is there going to be a shot at the end of it? Shot comes in. Goes wide. Some of the international players claiming that Kutner was fouled. Referee saying that there was a little bit of contact, but advantage was played because he was able to get a shot away. Cunningham now on the ball. Oh, it's an excellent turn there by Tostero. Is there a shot? Keeper just about. No, he doesn't. Linesman does raise his flag, but that was a good attack there by Leros. Philpott unable to keep the ball in play. It's going to go out for a Leros corner on the left-hand side. To be taken by Rosero. It's going to be the in-swinging right boot of Rosero. Lofted corner. Is there a header? Cleared there by Ford. Flicked on by Adijokin. Kutner will collect. And what can he do? Driving down the left wing, using his pace, and he's still going. Really good bit of play here. And a very cynical challenge coming in. That's one of the most deserved yellow cards that you'll see to be shown to Johannes Alexander. Again, Kutner was driving forwards and he was in on goal. So it was a very tactical foul there from the Leros midfielder, deserving of the yellow card. It's going to be Afif standing over this New York International free kick. Referee still just talking to the players, debriefing after that incident. And it is now, I think, finally time for the free kick to be taken. Referee signalling to the Leros players just how far back the wall should be. Keeper lining up the wall. And here is Afif now standing over it. Referee blows his whistle. Ball gets whipped in. Is there anyone on the end of that? Cleared there by Cunningham. Acrobatic ball sent back in by Saul. But didn't really impact the play too much. Ball goes out of play for a goal kick. Ball goes out of play for a New York International throw-in to be taken by Saul. Quick throw comes in, looking for Kutner. Trying to gain control, handball. Turnbull not happy about that, saying his arm was in a natural position. The ball was sort of launched straight into his arm, but that's a pretty cut and dry handball. Afif once again standing over the free kick. See what he can produce now from this free kick opportunity. Ball gets driven in. Lots of players in the box, but ultimately I think it was Vermeulen going up for the header, but couldn't get enough contact on it. Ball goes out of play for the goal kick. Goal kick finally coming in. Ball launched forwards by Georgiou. Here's Vermeulen winning the ball. Kutner chasing. Both players going in with high boots. Here's Turnbull. Quick feet collected by Afif. Tostero slipped. Afif still on the ball. Now here's Abaza driving forwards from the midfield. What can he do? Cross gets driven in. I saw the intention, but no players on the end of it. Take this pause and play to talk about some other games coming up that you can tune into on Game in Frame. So today we've got Central Park Rangers versus SC Vistula Garfield. That's at 4 p.m. That's in this same league, APSL, Metropolitan Conference. And then looking ahead to next Sunday, we've got New York International FC, same team playing right now, versus Richmond County FC. That's 2 p.m. in the APSL. So that's next week. And then on the same day, 10th of May, we've got Central Park Rangers versus Zumschneider FC. That's 4 p.m. once again in the APSL Metropolitan Conference. So you can tune into all of those games, all of the action brought to you by Game in Frame. Here's Rosero on the ball. Out of play for a Leros throw-in. Ball bouncing around. We've got Gomez chasing down. Adejoken lays it off for Taneda, but challenge comes in from Gomez. Free kick taken quickly. That was Taneda, who's gingerly getting back up to his feet. Here's Afif on the left wing. Overlapping run by Saul. Plays infield for Abaza, but lays it off for Champignoel. Here he is coming down the left wing. Chops back. Abaza on the ball now. Across for Ford. Out wide for Taneda. This is a good bit of patient build-up from New York International. Taneda looking for Adejoken, but cut out. Here's Alexander on the ball. Remember, currently with the yellow card. Fancy footwork there by Kutner. Finds Adejoken. Cross comes in. Flicked on there by Thanhofer. And here is Tostero looking for Rosero. Bit of a wrestling match there, but Rosero does well to control the ball, but it's going to go all the way back to the goalkeeper. Here is Anderson driving forwards. Chased down by Testori. Adejoken on the ball. Vermeulen plays that across for Saul. Here he is driving forwards. Great ball there. Asking Afif to go and drive at the attack. Cross comes in, but That's a poor cross, just lacking the quality needed. It's going to go all the way out of play for a goal kick, and I'm sure he knows that he can do a bit better than that. Don't forget, today's Game in Frame sponsor, today's Game in Frame broadcast is sponsored by Umbro. You can head to umbroteam.com, that's UMBROTEAM, umbroteam.com, to start designing your team kit for free now. Produced by Umbro, designed and worn by you. So that's today's Game in Frame sponsor, Umbro. Afif trying to bring the ball down. A bit of a heavy touch, but lovely bit of play there, nutmegging Turnbull. And here is Afif driving forwards. That's the kind of bit of skill that really gets the crowd up on their feet. Now here is Testero pushing the back there by Ford. New York International players protesting, but the referee saying that he got a lot more of the man than the ball. I would probably agree with that. Here's Alexander over the ball to take the free kick. Lays it off for Cunningham. Cunningham looking for options all the way back to the goalkeeper. And who can he find? He's just going to launch the ball all the way out wide to the left wing, flicked infield. Here's Testori trying to find Rosero, but cut out there by Saul. Thanhofer on the ball now. Who can he find? Flicked on by Gomez, but ball will go all the way back to the keeper. Here is Anderson on the ball, finds Afif. Driving forwards, he's having a really good spell. Looking for the quick 1-2 with Kutner. Afif pushed to the ground. Referee saying it was an unnecessary bit of play. Afif back up on his feet now. Here is Saul with the quick free kick, finds Afif, making the overlapping run. Afif trying to find Vermeulen. Good sliding challenge there by Gomez. Here's Testori. Out wide for Turnbull. Looking for the switch of play. That's a really good ball. Keeper comes all the way out. Testori looking to, I believe, send it all the way back and try and lob the keeper, but very ambitious. Here's Kutner on the ball. Slight push in the back, but referee says no foul. Here's Thanhofer. Back to the keeper. Good, calm defending there. Abaza not too happy about that he got deceived. Here's Jakupovic, finds Rosero. Heavy pass there though. It's going to go out of play for an international throw-in. To be taken by Taneda. Another little push in the back on Kutner. Referee says no foul. Here's Abaza. Excellent crossfield ball for Afif, and this is a really promising attacking opportunity for international. Lays it back for Saul. Is there going to be a cross at the end of this? Cross comes in. Goes off the back of Turnbull, and it's going to be the first corner of the game for New York International. And a very good opportunity now to see what they can do from this set-piece situation. It's going to be Afif taking it for the in-swinging right-footed corner. He's been taking all the free kicks throughout the game as well. Here is Afif, both hands in the air, players ready for the delivery. It's going high to the back post. Header comes in, goal line clearance there as the header came in by Adi Jokin, and he misses the follow-up. And how good was that? An unbelievable goal line clearance. Keeping Leros in the game. I believe it was Jakupovic, the left back, putting his body on the line for his team, because that was goal bound. It was a really good initial header by Adi Jokin. I'm sure he thought that was destined for the top corner to send his team up 1-0, but some heroic defending there from Leros, keeping the score a stalemate. Leros preparing for the goal kick. be lofted upfield by Georgiou. Good power on that goal kick. Got Vermeulen battling for it. Players protesting, but ball goes out of play for a New York International throw-in, taken quickly by Teneda. It's Teneda back on the ball. Who can he find? Switch of field to Saul. Kuttner was available, but goes back to Champi-Noel. Closed down there by Rosero, but very calm defending. Here's Teneda, lays it off for Saul, but closed down by Turnbull. Teneda back on the ball, and then big clearance there by Champi-Noel. Ball stayed in play, lofted back upfield. Abaza knocks it down to Vermeulen, back to Abaza. It's all a bit scrappy right now. Neither team really able to maintain possession, but that's composed play there by Abaza. Drops Gomez down to the ground, and this is really composed play. And he's able to get the pass off at the end of it. Finds Ford, and that's just a really good bit of play there by New York International. We'll see if Teneda can keep that ball in play. He can't. It's going to go out of play for the Leros throw-in, taken by Jakupovic. Flicked on by Gomez, and here they come down the left wing. Risky pass back to the goalkeeper, but does eventually manage to get the clearance off. Adi Jokun unable to keep the ball in play. Throw in for Leros. Jakupovic looking for options, looking for Testori. Haven't seen too much of him recently. Alexander back for Cunningham. All the way back to the goalkeeper. And Leros will patiently build the ball out of the back. Back to the goalkeeper now, across for Cunningham. Good first touch, and he'll launch it forward, looking for Testori, but closed down there by Ford. Good play there by Anderson. Back to Abaza, trying to switch the play for Adi Jokun. Gomez flicks on for Turnbull. Leros will now build an attack of their own, looking for Rosero down the right wing, but collected by Saul. But again, not too much quality right now. Pretty much every pass is being cut out. The referee will bring the play back because Gomez was being fouled there by Abaza. It will be Gomez taking the free kick. Plays it back for Cunningham. Infield for Alexander. Finds Gomez. Comes inside. Good ball back to Alexander. Clipped ball looking for the advancing run of Turnbull, but he would have been offside. Linesman raises his flag. Goalkeeper sending his players all the way forwards because he's just going to launch this one upfield, looking for a Afif. Strong header there by Thanhofer. Ball bouncing around. A good battle there between Turnbull and Abaza, which Turnbull wins. Drops Abaza to the ground. Alexander getting closed down there. Gomez sends it all the way back. Across for Cunningham. Finds Alexander. Flicked upfield for Testori. This is good build-up play by Leros, and they'll come with Jakupovic. Crossed all the way to the back post, but too much power on that. He was trying to find the head of Rosero, but ultimately too much power on the cross. It's going to go out for a New York International goal kick as we approach the half-hour mark. Ball played across for Ford. Ford will launch the ball forwards, looking for Adi Jokun, who slips but is able to not quite keep control. But he made a good effort. Here is Leros trying to find Testori, but cut out. Here's Teneda. Lots of players battling for it. Leros player down on the ground, but play will go on. He'll get up to his feet. Turnbull looking for Alexander, but Vermeulen pressing. Cunningham finds Gomez. Great first touch there from the midfielder. And he'll switch the play across for Turnbull, looking for the delicate chip, and that was a funny one. The wind kind of spun that ball into an awkward situation for the keeper, but International do a good job of playing the ball out, and that's calm play there by Saul. And here is Abaza, and he's got room on the pitch to drive forwards. Here's Vermeulen trying to find, I think, a thief, but Abaza, his own teammate, got in the way. Turnbull will drive forwards now, I think looking for Testori, but poor pass, and the goalkeeper will collect. Here's Anderson on the ball. Saul to a thief. Back for Champenois. Back to a thief. Saul finds Abaza. Abaza will drive forwards now. Back to Saul, who's consistently been making some very good advancing, overlapping runs from his left back position. Ball goes out of play there. It is going to be a Leros throw in. To be taken by Thanhofer, looking for options. All the way upfield, looking for Testori, but Champenois will win that. Abaza does well to bring the ball down and maintain possession and drive the ball forwards. This is a really good bit of play there, and he'll find Kutner, who will cut inside. I think there's going to be a shot at the end of this. Oh, and that wasn't too far away. There was a lot of pace and whip, but not quite enough curl. He was looking for that bottom right-hand corner just to try and curl it in, but not quite enough whip on the ball. Goal kick for Leros. Goal kick comes in, driven upfield, flicked on there by Adi Jokun. Ball bouncing around, collected there by Turnbull, but fouled by Abaza. It's a good matchup that we're seeing there in the heart of the midfield between Turnbull and Abaza. Abaza way too close there, which he knows. Leros get a second bite of the cherry, retaking that free kick. Turnbull switched to play over to the left wing, but they couldn't really build an attack. But International have played a quick ball there. Here is Anderson on the ball, trying to keep possession. Does very well to evade Rosero. Ball played across for Saul. Back for Champenois. Here's Anderson, just in the heart of that midfield, in that sort of Sergio Busquets holding defensive midfield position. Here's Ford, and he'll send that upfield looking for the advancing run of Adi Jokun, but composed defending there by Cunningham, just able to head the ball back to the goalkeeper. Here's Jakupovic, the left back. Heavy touch though, it's going to go out of play for a New York International throw in. To be taken by Teneda. Infield for Vermeulen, back to Teneda. And who can he find? Here's Kutner. Driving down the right wing, but excellent sliding challenge, and the linesman has actually said that the final touch came off Kutner, so it's going to go out of play for a Leros goal kick. It's been a first half that has been maybe lacking a bit of quality. We haven't seen too many shots on goal. There was the early test from Rosero, just stinging the goalkeeper's palms. There have been a few flashes of goal. I think New York International's best chance by far was that header from Adi Jokun that was cleared off the line. I think everyone here expected that to be 1-0, but again, a heroic bit of defending there by Leros, preserving the scoreline. Here's Jakupovic down the left wing. Infield for Testori. Here's Thanhofer. Looking for the advancing run of Turnbull. He's done very well to flick the ball over. Can he get there first? But good reading of the play there by the goalkeeper to get there first. That was a good bit of play there by Turnbull, but now here is Abaza driving through the midfield, finds a thief. What can he do? Down the left wing, good bit of skill there. Who can he find? Ball comes in, Abaza lays it off for Vermeulen, but too much power on that. It's going to go over the crossbar and out of play for a goal kick, but that was a really exciting bit of attacking play by New York International. And Vermeulen will probably be telling himself that he should have scored that, honestly. Ball goes out of play for New York International, goal kick. Keeper taking his time. Looking like he'll be sending his players all the way upfield rather than taking a short goal kick. Yep, he is just going to launch this one all the way up. Big kick flicked on there by Testori, who tries to bring the ball down but cut out by Abaza, but Taneda dispossessed. Here is Testori, but one back by Anderson, just cleaning up on the defensive side of things. But Turnbull with the interception, and he finds Gomez, who was looking for Testori. Is there going to be a shot at the end of this? Very good through ball there, and the shot at the end of it, and that is the first goal of the game for Leros. That was a really good bit of play, the through ball from Testori. And a very calm, composed finish by the number 9, that's Harry Cook, the left winger. Haven't seen too much of him throughout the game, but it only takes that one magic moment, and that was a very composed finish at the end of a very perfectly weighted through ball. And the scoreline now is 1-0 to Leros, who coming into this game definitely were the better team on paper, firmly in 6th place with 27 points compared to International in 9th place with 18 points. So it looks like the quality is coming through. And again, that was a really great bit of play there by Scott Testori. He actually, I think he was on the ground and was able to recover, get back to his feet, and then slip through that very delicate through ball. And Cook with the first time curled finish at the end of it, the ball just nestling in the bottom right-hand corner. Here's Afif on the ball. Well, here's Kutner bearing down on goal. Is there going to be a shot at the end of it? Good save there by the goalkeeper. I think that Kutner probably feels like he might have been able to do better there. Definitely with the season that he's been having, he's a very dangerous attacking outlet for New York International. And even though they haven't been having the best season as a team, Kutner, as an individual, is consistently able to provide that bit of magic in the attack. Champion Noel trying to find Saul, but a breakdown in communication. Ball goes out of play for a Leros throw-in. To be taken by Thanhofer. Looking for Rosero, flicked on for Turnbull. Lovely back heel back to Rosero, but he couldn't quite maintain possession. Here's Jakupovic finding Cook. Is this going to be goal number 2? But only testing the palms. Wasn't able to pick a side there with that shot. Kutner and Alexander fighting for the ball there. Here's Turnbull looking to lob the keeper. Ambitious attempt. Just not enough power on that one. As we enter the final 5 minutes or so of this first half. Intercepted there by Turnbull, flicked on by Testori. And here's Abaza. Ford playing the ball across for Champion Noel, back to Ford. Patient build-up play out of the back from New York International. Here's Anderson on the ball. Play low wide for Taneda. What can they do? Advancing down the right-hand side. Infield for Kutner. Excellent first touch. Is there going to be a shot at the end of it? Step over. Outfield for Afif. beats his man, but not enough quality at the end of that attack, which we've seen consistently down their left wing from Afif. Not enough quality with the end product from New York International, especially throughout this first half. And it's going to be a goal kick for Leros. Good chance just to slow things down. And don't forget, at halftime we'll be showing our April Goal of the Month nominees, and you can vote. The voting ends today at 11:59 p.m. You can find all of those nominees on our Instagram page, that is at Game in Frame. So we're leaving this over to you. Check them out, figure out which one you like the best, and you can vote. And don't forget, the voting ends at 11:59 p.m. today, as an excellent sliding challenge comes in. And here is Kutner advancing, lays it off for Adejoken, beats his man. Is there going to be a shot at the end of this? Good save there, and a very composed bit of defending. Just heading the ball back into the goalkeeper's palms. But yeah, don't forget that you can vote for your April Goal of the Month, and that is at Game in Frame. Goalkeeper taking his time. Now he has Kutner bearing down, so he's going to launch that ball forwards. Flicked on there by Testori, ball bouncing around. Bit of miscommunication there by the international defenders. Here is Turnbull, good bit of play there. Finds Rosero down the right wing. Header comes in, oh, narrowly wide. And Testori knows that he should have done better there. He had the entire goal at his mercy. And the ball just skimmed off the side of his face. It was a perfectly weighted cross, perfect height. And that really should have been 2-0 to Leros, and he knows it. Here's Taneda on the ball. Finds Anderson, back to Taneda. Flicked off the head of Gomez, who will control, trying to find Cook. And it's going to go out of play. Final touch did come off Anderson. It's going to go out for a Leros corner kick in one of the final plays of this first half. It's going to be Gomez taking the corner. It's going to be an in-swinging right-footed corner kick. Neither side really able to produce much apart from that Adejoken header in the first half. Whitball comes in, and there it is. There's 2-0. And moments after missing a glaring opportunity, it is Scott Testori atoning for his sins, scoring the header, and that is 2-0 to Leros. And that was easy as they come, and that's the curse of the commentator. There was me saying that neither side really able to produce much from their corner kicks, and what do? Instantly score from the corner. And that's the perfect time to take the 2-0 advantage right before half-time, and that's really going to set back New York International. That was really, really poor defending, because Testori was wide open, and once again with the entire goal at his mercy, keeper unable to do much about that from point-blank range. And the score is 2-0 to Leros. Keeper taking his time. Here he is about to launch the ball forwards. Not sure actually what the referee has blown his whistle for. I think actually the keeper might have taken a bit too much time to release the ball. It's quite rare actually that you see a referee enforce, I believe it's the 6-second rule. And I think this is a case where if the keeper takes too much time, it's actually going to be a corner kick. That's a surprising bit of development there right at the end of this first half. Yeah, the keeper just took too long. It's going to be a corner kick for International. They've taken it quickly. Afif chops the ball back. Is there going to be a cross at the end of it? He'll find Anderson. Shot comes in, but that is high and wide, and it's going to harmlessly go out for a goal kick. And the Leros players are still protesting that decision that went against the goalkeeper, but referee saying that despite Kutner being in the vicinity, he wasn't hindering the keeper from kicking the ball. I'm sure he'll take this goal kick a bit quicker than he did the previous one. I'm sure this might just wrap up the proceedings. Long ball launched forwards by the keeper, looking for Gomez. There was Vermeulen tussling for it, flicked on there by Cook, and the final touch came off Taneda. Going to be a throw in for Leros. To be taken by Cook, goal scorer of the first goal. A very calm, composed finish from the left winger. Flicked on by Teneda. Shot comes in. That was a powerful shot there by Rosero, but instantly blocked. And here is Afif. Good bit of control there, but Rosero was there with the push in the back. Referee blows his whistle for the free kick. Now here is Afif back on the ball, driving down the left wing. And he'll find Kutner, who often finds himself drifting out wide because he does have so many tricks like this in his locker. And he'll find Abaza. Cross comes in over the head of everyone. It's going to be collected by Anderson all the way at the back. But that was actually a smart bit of play there by Anderson, because I think the final touch did come off the Leros defender. It's going to be another corner kick for New York International. To be taken by Afif. This is one last chance for New York International just to claw themselves back into the game. A goal here right before half-time really would change the entire momentum of the game. They say that 2-0 is the most dangerous lead to have, because 2-1 really can change everything. Header comes in there by Adejokan, and that is going to wrap things up for the first half. The scoreline is 2-0 to Leros, two very well taken finishes by Cook and Testori. New York International really think they should have gone up 1-0 from that Adejokan header, but it was a heroic bit of defending on the goal line, just clearing the ball. So that wraps up the action for the first half. Don't go anywhere, we will be right back with the second half.
Well, finds Ablo. Nido, who's got some space, catch it well! It's a sublime equaliser for the Pan-Cyprians. It dipped and it swerved, and it wheeled into the back of the net.
Free kick for Tigres. And he tries to put it on target, and he does with a beautiful, nearly masterful acrobatic effort.
Left, Harrison, will he go for the shot of the pass? Stanic, turned, Harrison, faking still, Harrison from a tight angle! Oh, it's just inside the far post! Rijan Harrison, a brace, and a tie game for Ozers is 2-2. They may have pulled back a draw.
Waring, looking for Spompanato. Strauss Figueroa! What a bolt! Quincy Strauss Figueroa with a rocket!
All United trying to find an equalizer, cutting back. Here he is. All United. Oh, it's an equalizer! It's a solo, individual effort. And look what it means to Harley United. They've equalized.
Strike it.
Speaker! Oh, into the top of the net! Bam, Speaker! The goal. Wow.
Future. Dancing, shooting. What a great goal. Set herself up on the dribble and goes over the gloves of Hamilton. That's her second already.
New York International! What a tackle at the last second now, Bednarski! What a shot by Bednarski! Zipped in to Billity, who's running at that Lions box now. Cuts inside, what a move by Billity, what a goal! A brilliant little cut inside the box, bought the space, and he took advantage of it. 1-0 Lone Star.
Captain lines up his right foot, unbelievably lashed in. What a goal from the captain. He has put his foot through that magically. A golden moment for Greater Long Beach.
Can't quite retain possession. Here's Adamenge, and he'll send a long through ball. That's an excellent through ball to Kootner. We'll see what he can do. Driving down the right wing, cuts inside, cuts back outside. Is there a finish at the end of it? And that's a fantastic goal by Christoph Kootner. Spun his defender inside and out, and a clinical finish at the end of it.
Drives it in. Commanding header. Comes on the edge. What a hit! Oh, that's absolutely superb. Milton Campos arrows it in.
Straight off the arm. Here's Asivek again. Shooting opportunity for Asivek. Oh, wow. What a beautiful goal that is. And 2 goals in 30 seconds from Negmatov Asivek.
No need to rush the play. They're up 2 goals at this point in the match. Taking it slow during these set pieces can be very helpful. That's a nice through ball. Let's play back to Doggart. Spampinato out to Doggart. What a goal! Excellent through ball. Spampinato and Doggart connected beautifully there.
Away though. Steps back, Miele fires into the back of the net! It's a goal! Miele! Stanovic off the backside of the head of the retreating fullback.
Mamadou Diombera onto his right foot. Mamadou Diombera! That is mesmeric for Mamadou Diombera. He has speared that in with great wonder. Unbelievable work from Diombera. His finish beating Sella.
Now Richie, take them all on. So Richie, oh! Oh, Richie! It's a hat trick for the number 17.
Just another reminder, don't forget to vote for your April Goal of the Month. You can watch all of the clips at our Instagram page, that is @GameInFrame. Don't forget, voting closes 11:59 p.m. today. So if you want to go and check them out and figure out which one is your favourite, we've got some great goals there. So go ahead and vote. That is @GameInFrame. Voting closes at the end of the day today.
Well, finds Ablo. Nedo, who's got some space, catch it well! It's a sublime equaliser for the Pan Cyprians. It dipped and it swerved, and it wheeled into the back of the net.
Free kick for Tigres.
From soccer fields across the USA to the legendary stadiums of Spain and Portugal, for 40 years, Petrobax has been the go-to expert for group travel to Spain and Portugal. We organize soccer group trips from start to finish. Flights, hotels, transportation, and guided tours, all perfectly coordinated by our experienced team. Your trip can include attending La Liga and Portuguese Primeira Liga games, matches against local teams, pro training sessions, and even tournaments. As true experts in Spain and Portugal, we'll ensure you also experience the rich history, vibrant culture, and incredible food these countries are famous for. Celebrating 40 years of crafting unforgettable journeys to Spain and Portugal. Petrobax, your team, your passion, your trip to Spain and Portugal starts here.
My name is Austin Brummett. I'm a men's soccer player at San Diego State University, and I play forward. The Salt Air Case helps block odor from my cleats when I'm driving in my car or when I'm keeping my cleats inside my house, so I don't have to worry about it stinking up my room. helps me keep track of my cleats and my shin guards so I know that they're together. I don't have to worry about tracking them down or losing them or stressing out about where they are. I would definitely rock this, walking to the games, walking around to my trainings. And it's super helpful for travel. When I travel in the airport to go to away games, it's not going to stink up my backpack or stink up the plane where I'm sitting. Magnetic strip on the top is super easy to open to take my cleats out and to put my cleats back in. I think it's an essential part of my outfit for soccer, and it helps keep all my stuff organized and stink-free.
A quality highlight reel is crucial for college and pro recruitment. A lot of services offer generic solutions, but at Game & Frame we know every player is unique and needs a personalised approach to win over coaches. Our process is simple. We work with any footage, and if you need help finding your best plays, we'll review games for you. Once we've finished, you'll have a reel you can upload to any recruitment platform. We've helped hundreds of players get the attention they deserve, including placements in Division 1 programs. Scan the QR code or email us for a free consultation and start the journey to maximize your recruitment potential.
And we're back with the kickoff for the second half in our matchup between Leros SC and New York International. It's a matchup in the APSL, that's the American Premier Soccer League Metropolitan Conference. Score is currently 2-0 to Leros. Goals from Cook and Testori near the end of the first half, two very well taken finishes. Cook with a curling finish into the bottom corner, and Testori with one of the easiest goals he'll ever score, point blank header from a corner. Non-existent defending from New York International, who will definitely be trying to up the pace in the second half. They didn't offer too much in the first half. They had one fantastic opportunity from Adejokun with a header off of a corner, but there was a goal line clearance from Leros, keeping the score at the time 0-0. As the corner comes in, and he's done it again. Unbelievable. Testori at the double, two corners, two headers on either side of half-time. And that's how you start the half. But that's, once again, I'm talking about the non-existent defending from New York International. And it's as if they listened to me and then ignored me. Because that is as easy as they come. Corner came in, point blank range, and that is the second header of the game from Scott Testori. And the score is 3-0 to Leros, and that's pretty much things wrapped up at this point with 45 minutes left to go. New York International clearly just didn't wake up. That was seconds into the second half. Leros instantly went down with the attack, won the corner, and scored the goal. And that's just that extra bit of quality and conviction that they've been showing all season. They're still mathematically able to get into the playoff positions, but it really would be a miracle. So I think they pretty much know that their season is wrapped up, but they can go out in style in the final few games. Here they come, building the play out from the back. And here's Cunningham on the ball. Looking for Jakupovic, but cut out by Ford. Long ball lofted forward for Adejokun down the right wing. What can he do? Cross comes in, blocked by Turnbull. Cunningham collects. He was looking for Cook, but the ball drifts out of play. It's going to be a throw-in, but we've actually got Ford down on the ground right now. He seems to actually be in a bit of pain. I think it was from the defensive block that he had. He might have just been winded. Actually, I think he might have been hit in a very delicate area and is gingerly getting back up to his feet, but he's made of strong stuff. I think it's just one of those situations that you just need a few seconds just to breathe. He'll be all right. Now play will continue with Taneda taking the throw in, back for Abaza. Infield for Anderson. Back to Abaza. Back to Anderson, and they'll try and switch the play now all the way across for Saul. He'll find Anderson. Patient build-up play here by International. We've got Vermeulen on the ball. Crossfield switch for Abaza. Not many options though. He'll look infield for Kutno. Good turn there, but dispossessed by Alexander, who's currently sitting on a yellow card from that very cynical challenge early on in the first half. Here's Testori, currently on a hat-trick. Dispossessed by Champy-Noel. Here is Adejokun on the ball, driving forwards. Cuts back, lays it off for Vermeulen, back to Abaza. And he'll look to spring the attack, looking for Afif, but cut out. And here is Turnbull on the ball, finds Cook. No foul, referee says play on. Kutna finds Adejokun, and he'll drive forwards. Was trying to play in Kutna, but not enough power on the through ball. Here's Jakupovic. Does well there to evade Adejokun, and he'll find Gomez. Good first touch, and he's getting manhandled there by Ford. It's going to be a free kick now, but not before a substitution for New York International. And it's going to be Abaza making way for Avinash Singh, the number 15, and he'll just slot in like-for-like substitution into that left-sided midfield role. And here's Kutner on the ball. Here's Testori. Saul ends up on the ground. Thanhofer on the ball now. Lovely, perfectly weighted through ball for Gomez. Just about keeps the ball in play. Lays it off for Rosero. Lofted ball all the way to the back post. Here is Jakupovic. Another cross comes in, and there is a hat-trick of headers for Scott Testori. I can't believe it. It's him again, right place, right time. I was just saying that he was on a hat-trick. I didn't want to suggest that he might score a hat-trick of headers, but the way that things have been going, it seemed pretty likely, but he's been the man. It's been perfectly weighted crosses, perfect height for him, and he's never ever going to repeat this. That is a hat-trick of headers for Scott Testori. And that's 4-0 to Leros. But a lot of credit should go initially to Gomez down the right wing for keeping the ball in play, and then it was Rosero who got the initial cross in all the way to the back post, and then it was Jakupovic, the left back, who was able to keep control of the ball and then just dinked that cross in, finding the head of Testori. And here they come again. Here is Rosero driving down the right wing, but the flag is raised. He is going to be offside. Play was taken quickly. Here is Singh with his first touches of the game. Anderson on the ball now. Singh switches the play all the way across to Saul. Back to Singh. Here is Philpott on the ball, finds Anderson, looking for options, finds Singh. Not too many people making themselves available for him. Singh looking around, looking for options, lays it back for Ford, across for Taneda, chops inside, lays it off for Afif. For Vermeulen, but instantly closed down. Champinoel on the ball now. Out wide for Afif, cuts inside. Lays it off for Singh. Looking for Vermeulen. Here is Adi Jokin on the ball, but instantly closed down by a swarm of Leros defenders. Cross comes in, looking to the back post, looking for Kutner, but flicked out there by Jakupovic and collected by Cook. His goal seems like a long time ago now. He was the one who kicked things off before that hat-trick of headers by Testori. Throw-in was taken there by Leros, and it's going to go back to Giorgio, the goalkeeper. Here's Cunningham on the ball. He's looking for Jakupovic. Lovely touch there to find Cook, and here they come driving forwards, and that is going to be a foul. Taneda pulling him in the back. It's going to be the second yellow card of the game. Again, he knew what he was doing there. Tactical foul there by Taneda. It's going to be a substitution for Leros. That is Alexander making way for the number 8. I think it's going to be like-for-like substitution. Just slotting into that defensive midfield position. Got a few players standing over this Leros free kick. We've got Rosero, Jakupovic, and well, Gomez has just walked away, but it does look like it's going to be Rosero lining up. It's actually looking like he might shoot this. It's in decent range. Now this really would be something special. Jakupovic runs over it. Rosero with the shot straight into the wall. He'll definitely take better free kicks than that, but the cross comes in. And Jakupovic was probably wishing that it was Testori on the end of that. And we lost the ball. Luckily, backup one instantly back in play. We can take this break and play to talk about some upcoming games that you can watch all here at Game in Frame. So later on today, right after this, we've got our 4 p.m. game. That is Central Park Rangers versus SC Vistula Garfield. That's 4 p.m. right here at Roosevelt Island in the APSL, same league, APSL Metropolitan Conference. And then looking ahead to next week, so next Sunday, the 10th of May, we've got New York International FC versus Richmond County FC. That's our 2 p.m. game in the APSL. And then that would be followed immediately by the 4 p.m. game of the day. That is Central Park Rangers versus Zumschneider FC, once again in the APSL. So you can tune into all of those games. Game in Frame bringing you all of the action. It's going to be another substitution for Leros. It's going to be the number 18, Yannick Vogel, coming in. And he's replacing the number 10, that is Turnbull, making way for Vogel. I think that's going to be a like-for-like substitution. Vogel just slotting in there in the Leros midfield. The wind is really starting to pick up now. Linesman raises his flag for the offside. It's going to be a free kick for New York International. It's going to be another substitution, this time for International. And it's Kutner making way. Here is Vermeulen on the ball now, lays it off for Ford, finds Singh. Good bit of play here from International, just holding on to possession is Champion Noel. Finds Saul, lays off for Singh. Driving forwards, finds Afif. Back to Anderson. Here is Afif again, looking for Saul. Cross comes in, flicked out there by Leros. Ball bouncing around, ultimately collected there by Ford, finding Anderson. Here is Singh on the ball, plays it out wide for the newcomer, whose name I'll have for you in a moment. But he's driving down the right wing, and the ball is actually going to stay in play, flicked out there by Jakupovic. And then ultimately, ball goes out of play. It's going to be a goal kick for Leros, as we have another substitution. This time it's going to be the number 15, Andrea Andreu. That's a great name. Coming in for, it looks like, Thanhofer. Making way. Yes, it is. So that's going to be another like-for-like substitution. We've got Andreu just slotting in there at right back for Leros. Here's Cunningham on the ball, lays it off for Georgiou. Andreu straight into the game, first touch. Lays it off for Testori, who was fouled in the process. Free kick taken quickly. Andreu lays it back for his fellow defender. Played infield now. Switch of play looking for Jakupovic, but cut out, and here is Singh on the ball. But very good bit of recovery play there by Jakupovic, winning the ball back. And Leros will come forward now with Gomez. Good bit of play here by the midfielder. Lovely outside of the boot through ball. First time cross from Testori, flicked out there by Ford. I mean, Jakupovic is everywhere right now, hustling and harrying the New York International defenders. Here's Testori, cross comes in, and that is going to be 5-0. And it's yet again a cross and a finish. And this time it's Rosero, the number 11. It looks like Ford got hurt in the process, but no foul. The goal will stand. Rosero just making sure that Ford is okay, but can confirm the score is 5-0 to Leros. And this time it was the scorer turned provider, Testori, whipping the ball in. And then from point blank range, Junior Rosero won't have many easier finishes than that. It's a shame that Ford did get hurt in the process, but looks like he is going to hopefully gingerly get back up, but he's just going to take a few more moments down on the ground. We've got Leros preparing another substitution. We've got number 7, Jimmy Barrios, who'll be coming in for Leros.
Come on, Billy, son, do it. Do it, son. I want to get our game in. May goal of the month is young yet. Still chance to play contenders.
And don't forget, we showed the goals at halftime, but you can also check out our April goals of the month at our Instagram page. That is at Game and Frame. Voting ends today, so if you want to go and check them out, we're leaving the vote up to you. We've got some great goals in there, and the prize is a Salt Aircase cleat bag. That's what the winner will receive, and it all comes down to your votes. You can go to our Instagram page at Game and Frame and cast your vote. Voting ends at 11:59 p.m. tonight. This has turned into a lengthy pause in play just to make sure that Ford is okay, and he's going to get helped off the field. Hopefully any injury that he received in the process isn't serious. You always hate to see a player going down like that. And New York International are prepping the substitution. So that is Ford making way, and it's going to be the number 24. That is Jerian Linfield. So Linfield on the field now, just slotting into the heart of that New York International defence. And with that moment wrapped up, we are going to get back underway. The score is now 5-0 to Leros. Players back underway. New York International with the kickoff, and curious to see just how much they have left in the tank, if they can offer anything in the rest of this second half. It's pretty difficult to find the motivation to come back, produce something when you're 5 goals down, especially not just with the result right now, but with their position in the league as well. They really don't have too much to fight for. Their safety is pretty much secured, but they might be a bit wary of the teams below them. But I think they can already be looking ahead to their next game today, pretty much wrapped up. And honestly, we might see a couple more from Leros if they keep playing the way that they've been playing. But it's not been anything particularly groundbreaking. It's just been the basics of just how the game should be played. It's been crosses and headers, crosses and finishes, just really good, getting the basics right play from Leros today. going to be a throw-in for Leros, taken by Jakupovic, who's had a really strong game at left back for Leros. Long throw comes in, looking for Rosero. Bit of a wrestling match there, but flicked out by Champy-Noel. Here's Harry Cook, the first goal scorer of the game. Let's not forget. Seems a long time ago now that we've had 4 goals since then. Jakupovic with the throw. Long throw comes in. Referee says play on. Players were asking for a handball. It's going to go all the way back to Georgiou in goal. Good bit of play there by the goalkeeper. Here come Leros. That's an excellent ball. Finding Jakupovic. Is able to turn himself out of danger, but ultimately runs the ball out of play. It's going to be a New York International throw-in down the right-hand side. Here's Singh on the ball. Finds Anderson. Across for Afif, who cuts inside. Looking for options, turning left and right. Ultimately lands at the feet of Champy-Noel. Is there going to be a long-range shot? And that's why he's a centre-back and not a striker. Here is Georgiou taking his time with the goal kick. He doesn't want to take too much time. Don't forget he was pinged right at the end of the first half for taking too much time to release the ball and ended up in a New York International corner kick. That's one of those rules that you don't really see enforced too much, because goalkeepers should, in theory, have, I believe it's 6 seconds to release the ball. And we just saw today that what happens if that actually does go into effect, it ends up being a corner kick for the opposing team. So just a little bit of game trivia that you might not have known going into this game. Here's Afif coming down the left wing. Finding Singh. Here's Champy-Noel sending the ball out to the right wing. Looking for Taneda. Good defending there. And here is Cook on the ball, little nutmeg. Ball played out wide for Andreu. And he's looking all the way for the run of Rosero, but that's a great bit of goalkeeping there, just to read the flight of the ball and collect it. Here's Anderson. Infield for Mullen. Finds Taneda. Does well to keep the ball, but calm defending there to cut it out. Here is Georgiou switching the play, looking for Andreu. Perfectly weighted ball and flick on header. And here is Gomez. And this is a really promising attack now. Cook on the ball, driving down the left wing for Leros. Cuts inside, but that's good defending there by New York International. Cook somehow still on the ball, but not anymore. That's collected there by Saul. And he's looking for a Afif, but ultimately just a bit too much power on that. It's going to go all the way out of play for the Leros throw-in. To be taken by Andreu. Now here come International driving down the left wing. Afif trying to get the ball in. Final touch currently is off him, but he keeps the ball in play. Trying to get around Andreu, but unable to. Cross comes in, but nobody there on the end of it. It's going to drift very harmlessly out of play for a Leros goal kick. Georgiou lining this one up. Looks like he's just going to boot this one all the way downfield. Here is Gomez challenging for it, and Cook. Gomez ends up with the ball, but dispossessed. He's now hustling down the New York International player. Goes all the way back to Champion Noel. Anderson back to the defender. Here's Singh. Back to Singh, looking for options. Looking for the forward run, but cut out. And it's going to go out of play for a New York International corner kick. Which, still their best chance of the game was that Eddie Jokun header, and that came from a corner early on in the first half. See what they can do. It's Afif with the in-swinging corner kick. Ball gets played in, ball bouncing around, and the keeper fumbles it, and it is going to be a goal for New York International. Might have been an own goal. Doesn't seem like any one player is claiming the final touch on the end of that. But it was a really well taken corner, a lot of pace by Afif. And I think the referee says that it was the 22, which makes it Vermeulen, who was the goal scorer, able to get the final touch. I think Georgiou in goal probably feel like he should have done better there. Slightly fumbled the ball and it ended up just sort of bouncing into the net. But instantly here come Leros and Testori down the right wing. Cross comes in, but cut out. And here is Anderson on the ball. But that'll be good for the confidence of New York International, just making sure that Leros didn't end up with the clean sheet. And who knows, maybe they can even end up with a second goal now. Here is Afif in a really promising situation. If he can get the shot away, that was a good effort, and it ended up hitting the side net, but he was looking for that near post, and you know, he wasn't far away. That just shows how one goal can give you so much confidence. New York International instantly building another attack. So the score is now 5-1 to Leros. Ball gets launched forwards. Testori fighting for it, so is Singh. We'll see who the final touch came off. That is Andreu, who just knocks it out of play for the New York International throw-in. Infield for Afif. Here's Testori. Lovely outside of the foot pass to Rosero. That is an even better ball and an even better first touch by Harry Cook, but he wasn't quite able to cut inside. That was a great bit of quality build-up play there by Leros. Here are New York International just patiently building the play out from the back. Here's Anderson on the ball. Finds Singh. Back to Anderson. Anderson charging forwards. This is a good run by the defensive midfielder. He comes all the way down the right wing, but dispossessed by Cook. A good bit of defensive play there from the left winger. Sent forwards by the goalkeeper only as far as Taneda. Ball bouncing around, but ultimately controlled. And what can New York International build from this attack? Here is Anderson on the ball, infield for Singh. And here's Afif. Good ball there by Singh. Afif cuts inside, shot comes in. Georgiou fumbled the first attempt, but collected it at the second go. And don't forget that today's sponsor is Umbro. So today's Game and Frame broadcast is sponsored by Umbro, and you can head to umbroteam.com. That's UMBROTEAM, umbroteam.com, to start designing your team kit for free now. Produced by Umbro, designed and worn by you. So that's today's Game and Frame sponsor, Umbro. Here come New York International with Afif cutting inside, lays it back for Anderson. trying to find Singh, but Testori will just shepherd that ball out of play. Good bit of defending there by the hat-trick hero. And at this stage of the game, I'm sure Leros will just try and slow things down. See the game out. Here is Jakupovic. Didn't take a touch off a New York International player, so it's going to be their throw-in. Infield for Anderson. Here's Vermeulen, the goal scorer. Here they come driving down the right wing. Cross comes in. Is there going to be a header at the end of it? That's calm defending there by Andreu, just chesting the ball out of play. As we enter the final 15 minutes or so. Corner was taken quickly. Here's a thief on the ball. Shot comes in. Cleared and cleared again by Testori, and Rosero was trying to get at the end of that, but was being bear hugged there by Champenois, and that's going to be a yellow card for the number 27, just preventing Rosero from getting around him. It's Gomez standing over this free kick. Referee just writing the name in his book. And the ball is back in play. Here is Andreu, the right back. Looking for Testori, but good defending there. Out of play for a throw-in. Throw-in comes in. Excellent first touch by Gomez, who's had a really strong game at the heart of the midfield for Leros, really dictating the play. Not a flashy performance, but just the kind of performance that really gets the job done, keeps things ticking along. Excellent touches, excellent passes throughout the entire game. Here is Afif. His cross was cut out by Andreu. Is there going to be a shot at the end of this? A cross was dinked in, but flicked on, and here is Gomez, and who can he find? Very calm play, once again, highlighting all the qualities I was just talking about. Now here come Leros, and that is a perfectly weighted crossfield switch. Beautiful first touch there by Jakupovic. Here is Gomez. Is there going to be a shot at the end of this? He plays it all the way out wide for Rosero. And what can he do? Shot comes in, and it deflects out for a corner. It's going to be Jakupovic to take the corner kick. He'll take it with the in-swinging left foot. Corner comes in. Is there going to be anyone on the end of this? Header comes in, and that was really close to being 6-1. Ultimately went over the crossbar, but somehow New York International haven't learned their lesson. And it seems every single corner, every single cross, there's a Leros player at the end of it, wide open. Goal kick taken quickly by Philpott. Bit of a risky pass there, and here is Gomez closing down, but Philpott got there first. Here is Afif, plays it infield for Singh. Lovely back heel there. Here is Vermeulen. This is the best bit of attacking build-up play that we've seen throughout the entire game from International. Let's see if there's going to be a shot at the end. It's a very cynical sliding challenge there. That is going to be a very obvious yellow card there for Andreu, right on the edge of the box. This is a fantastic opportunity to get another goal back for New York International. You can't ask for a more ideal free kick position. And we'll see just who they decide to take it. Got a couple of players standing over the ball as we enter the final 10 minutes of the game. we'll see who it ends up being. It looks like Afif might be the one to take it. He's at least the one closest to the ball. Ball is ready, referee's happy. The whistle is blown. And Afif makes way, and the shot comes in, and that is, narrowly wide. That really wasn't far away at all. Keeper wouldn't have been able to do too much about that. Georgiou takes the goal kick. Here come Leros building out the back. Andreu now with the yellow card. Lovely first time pass there by Testori, and here come Leros driving through the midfield. Here's Rosero trying to shoot from distance. Here's Gomez out wide for Jakupovic. Cross comes in, headed out only as far as Rosero, who tried to juggle it and then take the shot. Ambitious bit of play there from the number 11. Throw in for Leros, taken by Andreu. Cross comes in all the way to the back post and out of play for a New York International goal kick. Taken quickly by Philpott, finds Anderson. Does well to turn his man and find Teneda. Cuts inside, who can he find? Back to Anderson, at the heart of that New York International midfield. All the way back to Philpott in goal. Here come International with Afif driving down the left wing, but excellent bit of play there by Andreu. Now here's Gomez, looking for options, patiently coming down the right wing. I think he might have just been caught there in the process, but I think he should be able to just shake it off. Here they come. Here is Rosero, who's found by Andreu. Philpott playing the ball all the way out wide, putting his defender in a pretty awkward position, but here's Teneda now coming forwards, driving up through the midfield. Finds Anderson. Infield for Singh. Perfectly weighted crossfield ball to Afif. Back to Afif. This is good play here from New York International. Cross comes in all the way to the back post, cleared by Jakupovic, only as far as Anderson, who finds Singh. All the way back to Champi Noel. Back to Singh. Here's Teneda on the ball. Good bit of trickery there to come infield, finding Anderson. Across for Afif. Is there going to be a shot at the end of this? This is very good, patient build-up play. Cross comes in. Bit of a cross shot. I'm not sure which one that was. I'm not sure Singh was either, but that was a good bit of build-up play there by the losing team, but I think that kind of sums up the way that the final product simply hasn't been good enough throughout the entire game from New York International. And that's why the scoreline remains 5-1 to Leros. Here's Georgiou on the ball. Leros will just play out the back. Well, that one actually gets booted all the way forwards, looking for Gomez. Here's Cook chasing down. Gomez too. Champi Noel all the way back to Philpott. It's actually a frisbee on the field. There's a poor bit of play from New York International. Here is Gomez. Is this going to be 6? Great save. The rebound inexplicably missed by Rosero. Literally had the entire goal gaping for him, but blazes it over. As we enter the final 5 minutes of the game, that really should have been 6-1 to Leros. It was good play initially by Gomez to get the shot off. And a great reflex save by Philpott, who hasn't been tested too much. Couldn't really have done much about any of the goals. Frankly, he was let down by his defenders. But Rosero really should have buried that one. I mean, it really was the easiest chance that you could get. Here come Leros building forward. Good turn there by Rosero. Can he instantly make amends? Another good save there by Philpott. It's going to go out of play for the corner kick. Looks like it is going to be Rosero taking it. Rosero with the outswinging right-footed. Oh, actually, he just drilled that across. You don't see too many corner kicks taken with that kind of technique. A lot of power and pace, but went all the way across for a throw-in on the other side. Here is Testori, who will collect the match ball today thanks to his hat-trick and a hat-trick of headers, which you really don't see very often at all. It's a bit like scoring a hat-trick of penalties. It's just one of those things that doesn't really happen. It's a lovely turn there by Singh, who's been very bright since coming on as a substitute. But his shot went out of play. Goal kick for Leros. Here they come, building out of the back. Ball goes out of play for a Leros throw-in. To be taken by Jakupovic, who, as I mentioned before, has had a very strong game at left back for Leros. In fact, everyone has really done their job so well. Such commanding performances, just getting the basics right. And that's how the scoreline ends up being 6-1. It's been an excellent team performance. Great save there. Good hands from Georgiou. But everyone has done their job. Everyone knew what the assignment was, and they've just gone about their business in a very professional manner. Just so much quality shining through. Here they come now with Andreu, the right back. All the way back for Georgiou, back to Andreu. Oh, lovely dummy there by Testori. And here come Leros through ball, looking for Gomez, keeps the ball in play. Good pace there by the number 6. We'll see what he can produce. His Testori back on the ball, see if there's time for a fourth goal for him. But dispossessed. Leros instantly back on the ball. Clipped pass out wide to Jakupovic. Cross comes all the way across to the back post, and Testori will now have a go at crossing the ball in. Champion Noel with the clearance. Rosero picks it up. This is really sort of pinball in the box, but see if anyone can get the shot off. New York International back on the ball now. Down the right wing. Good bit of pace there. The ball ultimately won back by Leros. Jakupovic on the ball. He'll come forwards looking for options. He finds Gomez, who gets fouled by Singh. As we approach the final minute of the game, it's going to be one more substitution for Leros. It's going to be the number 5, Vasilios Rizos, will make a cameo appearance right at the end of the game. It's going to be Gomez who makes way. It's a really strong performance by the number 6. He can definitely be very proud of his energy, intensity, his touch, his pass. That's a lovely flick pass there by Rosero, nearly playing a great give and go with Cook, but cut out by the defenders. As we've just hit the 90-minute mark, we'll see if the referee adds on any added time. We did have that injury to Ford in the second half, so that might add on a couple of extra minutes at the end of the game. But before the proceedings close out, we're going to have one more corner from Leros. Good punch there by Philpott. And that is going to be it. No added time. The referee blows his whistle. It's been a very entertaining game. Some great goals. Final score is Leros SC 6, New York International 1. Hat-trick from Scott Testori, providing half of the goals for Leros. A hat-trick of headers, which you really don't see too often. The other goals came from Bracero and from Cook. And that is going to wrap things up at the end of a beautiful day out in the sun here at Roosevelt Island. I think the scoreline reflects what we expected to happen. Leros entered the game as the team in form. They've got more points. They're firmly in 6th place, and this is just a great confidence-boosting, goal difference increasing victory for them, and they can be very proud of their performance. So that's going to wrap things up for today. I've been your commentator, Ben Semerani. We are Game in Frame. Stay tuned for a lot more matches coming up, and we will see you later.